Hello and welcome to another episode of the Open Mind Project. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you about heavy metal toxicity. Yes, it's everywhere. It's in the air that we breathe, it's in the water that we drink. It's almost really hard to avoid exposure to heavy metals. But in this video I'd like to talk to you about the numerous sources, and some of which we may not be aware of, where we could be getting heavy metal toxicity from, as well as a possible solution to heavy metal toxicity. As always, none of this is medical advice, so please do your own research before you decide to use any products. So let's get into this heavy metal toxicity sources and potential solutions. So what are the things you could do to avoid exposure to it? First of all, we need to know what are the sources so that we can avoid to the maximum extent, as well as how we can support our body with detoxing. So let's get into the sources. Number one is those bioweapons. Yes, the shots are loaded with heavy metal toxicity. So that is one area that I will not be getting into too much detail, because hopefully most of you already know by now how bad those bioweapons are and why you should avoid them. And hopefully you know what I'm talking about when I mention bioweapons. Let's get into the second item, the chemtrails. So the chemtrails are the shit that they spray our air with, and that is the one that's really hard to avoid, because how do you avoid breathing? And those stupid diapers that you wear around your face called masks, yes, those don't work. And hopefully by now you should know that they don't work. And in fact, they probably do more harm, because a lot of it is laced with a lot of toxic stuff. And even if you're using these conventional ones that are made out of cotton, there's a lot of crap in there too. So please try and avoid that. You don't want to be bringing in heavy loads of a whole bunch of crap. The other item is something also that's really hard to avoid, and that is cookware. So especially aluminum cookware, pots, and food packaging. Now, sometimes it's really hard to avoid it, because if you're traveling and you need to consume foods, sometimes they're heated in aluminum cookware or in aluminum food packaging, and that often leaches into the food. So that is something to be mindful of. Try and avoid it as best as possible by trying to stick to cookware that is not made of aluminum or treated with any substance that could leach heavy metals into your foods. The other item that's really hard is tap water. So tap water often contains a lot of heavy metals, and that's because either they've been intentionally added into it, or it's because the infrastructure is aging and it leaches these heavy metals into the water supply that we often consume. So that's why it's good to really invest in a really good water filtration system to help remove a lot of these heavy metals from there. The other item is beauty and self-care products, such as deodorants, makeup, your lipsticks, jewelry, those type of things. Yes, they often contain heavy metals, so something to also be mindful of. If you're someone that really loves to use those products, please be mindful, because you could be exposing yourself to a lot of heavy metal toxicity through the use of those products. The other item is ceramic, mugs, plates, etc. One I know I'm very guilty of using, and it's something I was not aware of, because I always thought ceramic was the preferred alternative, but I never knew that a lot of these products were treated with substances that leach heavy metals into our foods, into our tea, into your coffee. So something to be mindful of, and maybe switch over to glass or to stainless steel. And the last item I'm going to cover today is furniture. Furniture, mattresses, those are often treated with dyes or with flame retardant chemicals that often leach heavy metals into the air as the furniture ages or breaks down. So that is something to be aware of. It's hard to throw out all your furniture and now start to source more eco-friendly furniture. So that is something you'd probably be interested in, finding some sort of natural solution, and that's what I'm going to talk about now. So one of the things that I've come across is zeolite. So zeolite is derived from volcanic ash, and it's known for extracting or pulling out the heavy metal toxicity that we may have gotten exposure to, and helping to detoxify our bodies from this heavy metals. Now, this is something you can look into and probably research more before you decide to use it. That it could be a potential solution to helping detoxify us from these heavy metals. So hopefully you found this video useful, helpful, and if it resonates with you, please like and share this content. Please subscribe to my channel if you're looking for more updates along these lines. And as always, if this content resonates with you, please do include your comments and whatever you have to share in the comment section below. So hopefully that can help initiate the discussions around this, or if you have any other tips that could help to detoxify heavy metals from your body. And with that, hopefully I will see you in my next video. So take care.